All right. Hey there, YouTube land. Brimstone667 back again. So I am very excited for this video because I get to work with my friends at Hykoont Lights again. So they sent me this high bay LED light to try out. So it's going to be, now it's usually set for like a 18 to 22 foot, if I remember reading the description right, in area. So, but I don't have that yet. Eventually when I get a shop. But I think I'm going to test this and then for a bit. And then I think I'm going to give it to my mom actually afterwards because she has a couple of old garages that need some lighting. But yeah, so in this video, I'm going to show you the unboxing. And then I'm also going to show you on whereabouts that you want to like put your lighting. I'm going to show you how to, or I might not do it firsthand because I'm still having problems with my back. We'll see when we get there. It depends on how well my back is. But they're going to show you, pretty much a kind of DIY, of how to set things up, where to place it. But yeah, stay tuned. So we'll see you here in a minute. All right, so we're going to get this unboxing here. So let's figure out where we're going to open this. I do like how well they actually keep their stuff packaged. So, and again, this is something that they sent me to try out. This is the LED high bay light. So let's get you in here and hopefully we'll see how this does, because I'm trying the old mic again. So let's see what happens and how well that we're doing here. I always love getting free stuff, but I really enjoy working with Hykoont. They're really awesome to work with. So, and it is pretty much like, you get those lights at Walmart and all that, but this actually comes with instructions. That's probably something that we won't read. Alright, so it comes with, you know what, put that there, and we'll put this right here. I know it's not going to matter if we scratch up the car or whatnot, but so let's get you in here. They give us stuff for packing. So they gave us maybe I shouldn't have put that there. It's trying to slide away. Okay, so they gave us carbines and little wire. So I'm going to be guessing that's going to be hanging up in here. This is pretty lightweight, actually. I can actually carry this with one hand. So that's pretty nice. And boy, this thing is slick. It is trying to slip off the car. So, but yeah, so it is also a couple little things. It's rated wattage, I can't English, is 150 watts and 100 to 277 volts. So yeah, pretty much you got your two strands of LEDs here. And these are, what was it? I want to say 25,000 lumens. So, and then of course you got your 3-prong. Good. So I'm going to say that's probably maybe 3 feet. So we're going to have to put in an extension cord, but that's okay. Handy dandy little instruction book. Okay, gives you the dimensions and everything, but oh yeah, 22,500 lumens, 150 watts with a 5-year warranty too. And I love working with Hykoonts with the warranties, because this winter I actually had the snow destroy one of the support arms on the light that they gave me that I have down at my sister's place, and they sent me a replacement with it. So thank you, Hykoont, for that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And 50,000 hours it is rated for too. So, but yeah, this is extremely, meant to do that, extremely lightweight. So yeah, I'd say it's probably not even 50 or 50, probably not even 5 pounds. This feels nice. Little Ziploc baggie. Oh yeah, it gives you, oh, meant to do that. Okay, so 2 screws. Okay, so this is probably something I should look at the instructions, but we'll get to that when the time comes. So yeah, you know, just from my first looks though, I'm pretty excited actually. I'm pretty impressed, because yeah, you know, it's like you can get the lights, you know, like this at Walmart and stuff like that, but you know what? You get a nice warranty with this, and Hykoont, you know, they get it out to you pretty quickly, and they also have free shipping too, right to your door. And that is so nice. But yeah, so again, this is the LED Hykoont high bay light. So next part here, we're going to get to installing it, and I'm going to put it in my wood shed because I have no lights in there, and especially when it's late at night and I need some light to get some wood, or the family needs to get some wood, that's going to be handy. So stay tuned for that. We'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, so just going to give you a little quick rundown on the instructions here. And something that's actually really cool that I just happened to see is it has motion sensor in there. That's some of the features, and there's the specs on it. Dimensions. This is how it tells you to do. This is all in millimeters also. Now, pretty basic instructions, which is nice because I have a bad habit of not reading the instructions. But yeah, and then when I was thinking about it too, you know, when I was looking at it, I didn't actually see any like a pull cord or anything like that. So we'll see how that actually works when we put it up. But yeah, pretty excited about that. And also too, something that I did forget to touch on is usually it has chains, but these actually have cables in it. So yeah, all right, we'll catch you here in a minute. All right, so we're back again, and as you can tell, I don't have the best lighting back here, and I'm hoping maybe that I can sweet talk Hykoont into getting these new camp lights that they have, that hopefully that'll be an upcoming video. Please and thank you, Hykoont and Echo, because I'm really looking forward to those camp lights, because I can see a lot of opportunity for those. So I'm gonna do a lot of testing on those when I get those. So I'm excited about that. So we're in our wood port here. Not that we have much wood this winter right now left, but so, and we have no lighting absolutely whatsoever, as you can already tell. And yes, I got a lot of junk. Don't mind the junk and stuff, you know. So it's a bunch of stuff that's going to be used for, you know, my revival truck and stuff like that. But So in this part of the video, I'm going to be showing you kind of light duty of where to put stuff. You know, I'm not going to get into it like Bob Vila or anything like that, you know, because I don't have that ability. I don't have that, you know, amazingness. But so what I'm going to do is I've already pre-planned onto these two rafters that we're going to be putting the lights up at. And so our walkway is just, you know, right down here. So I'm going to put it pretty much centered into here, so that way it comes over to this way on the lighting as well as it comes over this way. And like I said, it's a motion sensor light, so hopefully I know I get the raccoons and stuff, it'll turn on with that. So I'm going to show you a couple tips on what to do, because one, you know, which I'm going to be using my PowerTech, and I've had this for like 12-13 years from O'Reilly's, you know, and this is my PowerTech drill that also is a socket as well, little socket impact, so nothing too massive. But you know, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up here in a second. So I'm going to show you a couple things to do. I'm going to show you, of course, you know, how to pre-drill, and most of the time you're going to want to pre-drill holes. If you're doing any kind of drilling whatsoever, you will always want to do a pre-drill. And so I'm going to put these hooks up, and you can pick these up, you know, for a case of them at Walmart for, I think it's like 10 bucks or whatever, you know. But so your pre-drill bit, you want to have, you know, just a little bit smaller than the shaft that you're going to be working with. So, you know, you're going to compare the two. And, you know, it's just, like I said, I'm no Bob Vila or anything like that. So I'm going to show you the pre-drill method. And I think I should be able to use the other method on this one. No. No, I won't be able to. Okay. So the other method I won't be able to show you on this drill, which is fine. So, you know, that's totally all right. So, and like I said, I'm not going to get into, you know, like a Bob Vila special on how to do this. This is just a pretty much how to get it set up, quick and easy DIY, you know, because most of us, you know, are just that way, you know. So we'll get it all set up here in a second, and then we'll get right back to it. And yeah, but like I said, we've already predetermined where we're going to put the holes and stuff, where we're going to put the hooks. So we'll get to that here in a second. And I might not be the one getting up on the ladder because, like I said, I'm still having trouble with my back because I have troubles with trying to get, you know, my hands above my head and stuff. So I'm still kind of leery of ladders after that accident. So I might actually get somebody else to do it. So, yeah. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I gotta be honest. The installation video of just the hooks, it only took a couple minutes and it really was not that impressive to me. So I'm just going to show you a quick view or a view of what I did. So we got up here, and yeah, that one's a little off, you know. And we just did 2 pilot holes is all we did. You know, not even like an 1/8 of an inch, and drilled it real quick. It was a little bit smaller than the diameter of the hooks. And yeah, so, you know, I didn't think that, you know, a video of it was really that much of an information booster, in my opinion. But that's just me, because, you know, yeah, I might have, you know, screwed up a little bit. Well, it's not really a screw up, you know. Yeah, so what if it's a little off? But yeah, it's still pretty much where I wanted it. You know, it's centered in the carport. And yeah, so just, that was real quick, you know. So we're going to get on to the next part, and I'm going to show you the cables on here and how these can be all put together and stuff on that. So we'll do that here in just a minute. See you there. Okay, so I took the liberty of coming out here and just to see how this went together off camera, I put one side on. So let's get you in here real quick what I did. So I'm actually going to show you how it comes. So that's in a package like this, and it has the cables, and I really like that. But be careful as you're pulling it out, because it does have two little set screws in there for the little height adjusters. You gotta be careful not to lose those, because I did. So, and that took me longer than I thought it would be to try to find those again. So, pretty simple thing. You you just unspool the cable, and one set came out easier actually than the other. But yeah, so and then it has, this set has its own little track. So, and I really like how this is. And it has, two little carabiners, so you put one in there and you put one in there. And then also on here, if you look real close, so it actually has a hole here. So you actually push your cable in through here. So you got this big old huge long cable. And that's how you're going to set your height on that. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to pull out a little bit here. And then I'm going to start these set screws on here. Hopefully I don't drop it again, because that would be my luck. And it just goes right into there. And it has a Phillips head. And it does have, a ridged head here. So you can do it by hand. And I'm just going to set this in here for right now. I'm not going to tighten it. I'm going to do the same with the other side. And this is actually really nice because it's not heavy whatsoever. So, and what I did too, I did a little extra stuff, is I put these little adjusters, I put them to go out sideways from the light. So now we'll get you zoomed in up there while I get up there. So go ahead and get up there, and then we'll get these set up. Because yeah, there's lots of cable on here. So as you can see, we're on the hook now. So these are made for higher, like it says in the description, higher bays. So I'm just going to do, and I like how it also has a self locker on there too, because you actually have to twist it. Oh, see, and then that's also what this little screw is going to be for too, is to help, Okay, so we got it up this far. So real quick, just off camera, I'm going to get this set up the rest of it. I just wanted to show you how it just slides up there, but I want to get it up closer to that. And there's a lot of cable here, but I'm not going to cut off any of this because, I can use this, like I said, on a taller garage and stuff. So I don't want to cut anything off whatsoever. I'm going to leave it all together, And I need to actually find my Leatherman so I can get out my handy dandy screwdriver. So, but real quick though, off camera, we're going to get this set up. And so it's to the right height. I'm going to have to dig up an extension cord though for that, because I don't have a wall socket in here. So it's got, has to go into the house. So, all right. All right. And we're up. So, you know how I said, don't lose the screws? Well, I have no idea where it went, but as I was adjusting and getting ready to tighten it, I dropped it. And this is where I have to try to find it in. And I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. But yeah. So, like I said, don't lose that screw, because, you know, it's pretty important, because that's what, you know, keeps the adjustment on there. So actually I got to adjust that more, because I got to redo that real quick. So 1 second. Okay, it's back up there. And remember what I said, don't lose that screw on either side. And yes, it will wiggle its way out as you're adjusting. So there's one disclaimer for you guys. That screw will wiggle out. So put it up there after you get it all lined up, and then have somebody help you with leveling, and then put that screw in and tighten it. Don't be a dummy like me. Put it in there as you're adjusting the height and losing it somewhere. So yeah, let me dig up an extension cord and we'll see how this looks. But yeah, this is definitely for a high ceiling, which I don't have, but I'm still excited anyway to try it. So let me find a cord. All right, be back in just a minute. All right, so finally, after all this tobacco, whatever, all this doing, oh, right as hell. But there, now I can see. So yeah, now we're gonna plug this in. What I have right here is just a temporary with this extension cord, just so we can plug it in and then see how it does. So without further ado, let's get you switched up here. Oh, dang. Ow. That sucker is bright. Woo-wee, holy cow. It's like looking into the sun. It's definitely going to be good for shops and stuff. So it's, yeah. Holy cow, that is, it's actually about as, well, no, it's brighter. I'm going to say it's brighter than I expected, because I figured it would fill the whole room. But, my gosh. It is just like looking in the sun. But yeah, I don't see anywhere to turn it on and off. And I don't know where the sensors are, to be honest. So I'm definitely going to be able to see when people steal my wood again. Because yeah, we did have that last winters. We had somebody coming in the carport stealing some of our wood. If they'd asked, I would have given it to them. But, you know, this is definitely bright. Brighter than my porch light too. So yeah. So short video, I know, and not that educational. You know, like I said, I'm no Bob Vila. But yeah. So that is the Hykoont high bay looking at the sun bay light. And I mean, literally looking at the sun. So yeah, with big garages and stuff, this is going to be perfect. So we're going to let this go for a little bit, see if it turns off on itself. Because it's supposed to have a sensor and stuff. But it would have been nice if it did have a, just a suggestion for you guys. But then again, usually it's for higher base garages and stuff. So I can see why it doesn't have an on-off switch, So I wonder where the motion sensor is. There looks like a thing in the center here. So I'm going to guess that's probably it. Because it really does not show on the instructions on where the motion sensor is. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit. See if it shuts off on itself. And yeah. So link's going to be in the description of where you can pick yours up. And yours will probably be a lot better because I'm sure you're going to have a higher garage than my little carport. But yeah, and like I said before, don't lose those little set screws. I'm going to see about talking to Hykoont again about getting a replacement one of those if I can't find it. But there's a lot to try to dig through to try to find it. So yeah, anyway, that wraps up this video. And we'll see you on the next one. And hopefully we'll get to see what else Hykoont sends our way. And remember to pick yours up and the link in the description. And definitely worth the price. It's like $99, I believe. And then with the discounts and codes and stuff that I put on, I think it saves you like 10-20%. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember off the top of my head right now because I don't have my little paper in front of me. But yeah, see you on the next one. Bye. Hey there. All right, so we're back now for the review on the high bay light from Hykoont. So been using this for quite a few weeks now, and I really like it. Watch your eyes because it's going to be bright still. And I mean, it is still bright after using it for so long. And just, I do definitely plan to be getting more of these because when I get my garage, these are the lights I'm going to be using. But yeah, I really like these. They're still bright as ever. It's like I've been using them for a month. The only few things that I got, is I wish that there was a way to just turn it on and off besides having to plug it and unplug it. And it is that, it does have a little cover here that you can be able to take off so you can do some wiring if you want to wire it, hardwire it to like a wall switch or something like that if you have a shop, and then you can wire them in unison or whatnot. I do like that. I just, I don't have that set up in here, but it's been doing just fine with my extension cord and just plugging and unplugging. I did wish that, it has like a pull chain or a remote or something. Some of the versions it says it does have a motion detector. This one doesn't because, it's just the base model, but I'm still totally fine with it. But yeah, and it's like, and just it has, what is that? Almost 3 feet of cable. I don't know how well you guys can see it from there, but yeah, it has 3 feet of cable length that you can go down to, and just it's got an amazing good length, so this is definitely set up for a high roof garage, which I don't have, obviously. Not yet, anyway. Someday. But, again, amazing light, amazingly built, comes with all the hardware and everything like that. And it just, I really enjoy this. I'm going to be getting more when I get more spaces and stuff. And I'm probably going to be giving Mommy either this one or I'll probably buy her one for her shop because she has a couple of old garages from the 1950s at the ranch there. But yeah, I don't know what, I highly recommend this light because it is so good, and it's like, yeah, you can get the lights at Walmart and stuff like that, but This one gets shipped right to your door, free shipping. You know, Hykoont.com, link will be in the description. But it's very well made. It's very, very bright. You know, I don't know what more to say. I am so happy with this light, and I can't, you know, I can't say, you know, and there's nothing at all negative. Just the only things I wish is it had an on and off, you know, instead of just plugging and unplugging, you know. But then you can fix that with hard wiring, you know. So I'm not an electrician. I'm not going to even try it because I don't want to break it, because I like it too much to risk that. Even though I'm sure, you know, I'm sure somebody could teach me, you know, and which probably down the line, because I want to learn more stuff, you know, because I'm not that good of a handyman, you know, but I still like learning and stuff. But anyway, I'm going off on a whole different train, you know. But yeah, so this is the Hykoont High Bay LED light. So it's very good, very, very bright, and a really good price. So get yours at Hykoont.com. Link will be in the description. And we'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.